The mini Napoleon, Emmanuel Macron, continues to face angry protesters wherever he goes, this time during his visit to the Netherlands. Absolutely crazy. Things are not really looking too good for Macron and the cabal of the so-called centrist globalists in Paris. Not only they can't even handle their own domestic policies, they can't even sell basic policy ideas. They got riots left, right, and center, which is usually a normal thing in France, but things are escalating because he's not really listening to the people. Whether they're right or wrong, that's irrelevant. They have a different culture to us, the French. They don't really like to work longer. They don't like to work in general. But having said that, he's the leader. He's supposed to be a good manager. Not only domestically, he's not really good. Internationally, he's trying to distract the public. He's trying to pretend to be this new leader of the world. He has his ideas to have a new European Union project, a new European political community. He wants to have a new strategy to be the new world place instead of America. So he's going around, hanging out with the Chinese and now the Dutch, but not too well because the protesters continue to follow him wherever he goes. Let's watch this video where he was heckled during a speech in The Hague, of all places as well.
And our common values. Hello.
I think we lost something. Where is French democracy? Where did we lost it?
I can answer this question if you give me some time.
Yeah.
French demonstrants of the social and the environmental movement. Or maybe when you bypass again French Parliament.
Nobody listens. You have millions of people in the streets.
Millions.
Conventions of climate has been put aside. What can you say when you talk about Europe?
Do you allow me to answer?
He's struggling. I do admire his patience, but that's simply because he's an arrogant establishment elitist. But he's been quite patient.
There are places where you can have violence. This is exactly places where this type of expressions are forbidden. And this is why I do believe it's very important to have social debate. I don't know, and I can answer all the questions you have on what we are discussing in France, the law we are passing, and how this is a democracy. And a democracy is exactly a place where you can demonstrate, you can have, as in your country, this type of interventions. But as in the world, we are places where democracy doesn't exist. We should not compare precisely the two situations. We can disagree, but what should accompany democracy? Because you vote and you elect people.
True.
And people elected vote for laws and they have to respect constitutions. And this constitution were voted by people. But the counterpart is that you need respect, and this is the end of violence.
Okay, so I fully understand the concept. He doesn't have to explain it to us. We get it. You know, especially in representative democracies, you elect a leader of a party and then they do policies. If you don't like them, you sack them. But having said that, people like Macron don't understand the second aspect of democracy or Western democracy, where you have to carry the people with you. Whether your policy is right or wrong, whether the opposition and the protesters are right or wrong is irrelevant. In the name of stability in the country and for the sake of making sure that you're not going to undermine the whole system, you have to make sure you carry the people with you. Whether it's in this country with the ULEZ policies or the low traffic neighborhoods where, yes, councillors and MPs could say, well, you voted for us, I'm in power now, I could do whatever I want, it's representative democracy. I agree. I know we don't have direct democracy, but it doesn't mean you have to act like a dictator. You can't really just go around and do your own stuff without explaining it. He claims to want to have a social debate. He wants to have a accountability, but not really, because he's refusing to actually have a debate with the opposition. And that's the main problem. He only talks to friendly media and press journalists. That doesn't really help the case. even if he's right, even if policy ideas are the best ideas in the world, he's completely undermining the whole system. And because these people are obsessed with going out there to the wider world on the international stage to talk about things without being scrutinized, without any consequence. We actually had Keir Starmer, we've had in the past Peter Mandelson, Tony Blair. These guys always preferred to go out there, go to Davos, or even hang out with the European Union because it's less democratic, because they can have their own policy ideas being debated inside the tent in an echo chamber without a fear of any consequence. They'd rather have that rather than being challenged on their ideas. So they're not complete dictators, but they have dictatorial tendencies, and we have to stop it before it gets out of hand. Anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. I'm Mahyar Tousi, and we are the media.